What's good, everybody? This is Preston, lifelong adventurer and travel YouTuber.
And I'm Ryan, the travel photographer, here to capture moments worth saving.
And this is Adventures with Pictures podcast, bringing all those travel tips,
horror stories,
and just all-around travel experiences. This is your podcast to soften those travel blues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Now let's get started and hear from our guest today.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mr. Travels. I got my man Ryan over there.
Going on.
Yeah, we got a very, very special guest, Yash, in the building.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? And so today I know, like a lot of times we do highlight different people and what they got going on in their lives. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the major topics that we talk about is like people owning their own business, starting their own business, some of the trials and tribulations that go along with it. We definitely are happy that you're on the show to even, just talk about that type of stuff. And I know Ryan did your podcast a couple of weeks ago, and I was actually kind of excited for him. I was kind of jealous. I was like, I want to be on there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, don't be jealous. Guess what? We could do it again with both of y'all.
Okay. All right. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah. So everybody, her podcast is called Wine Tyme. And I caught a little bit of it, but I need to get a little bit more familiar with it. But like I said, since Ryan is, old veteran over there, he can tell everybody kind of, what it's about and how you got on there and stuff like that.
Well, I had the pleasure of being on, Yash's platform. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but we did talk about the topic of like divorce and just marriage in general. And funny story, the way that I even came across Wine Tyme is a very funny story. I make a really brief history of it. School from the Undisputed podcast. Undisputed. Unapologetically Dope podcast. School. He actually sent like this open Zoom invite for anybody to join. Come one, come all. So I joined the thing, and you may not know any of these people, Preston, but it was.
I'm not.
Yeah, it was this guy named School, One Take, these two dudes from Mind Triggers, Henny Luke and Jay, and somebody else from the the Dope podcast, and they just started just ranting about how like these two women was just like talking real reckless to him, and like it was, and like the way they was recapping it was funny. So me, from the outside looking in, I was like, yo, who are y'all talking about? Who are these women that are like just talking reckless to y'all like this? And it was like, it's this girl named Yash from Wine Tyme, and it's this girl named Courtney from the Barbie Way, and we got to make a response. So it went from like an open Zoom invite to like some type of take action meeting. Like, yo, how are we going to respond, man? You remember the scene from NWA when Ice Cube dropped that diss track, and then like the dudes were looking. Like, that's how the meeting was. I was like, dog, we got to come back. She calling me short. She's saying I'm 41, and I was like, and so long story short, man, like after like that Zoom invite, I listened to One Take's episode first, which was the PlayStation Rules. Shout out to One Take, great podcast as well. And then after that, that's when I listened to Yash and Courtney. It was actually on Courtney's show, the Barbie Way. And but Yash was both are funny, but Yash was so funny. I was like, I gotta check out Wine Tyme, and Wine Tyme was just as hilarious. And before we get into our show, I'm gonna tap myself on the back. Ever since I discovered Yash's Wine Tyme Lives every Thursday at 7:30, I have not missed an episode. It is funny. They roast each other in there. She has interesting topics. So if you ever have some. Matter of fact, not even if you have some time to cook. If you just want something to look forward to, like it's must see TV on Instagram, in my opinion. So
I'm gonna be there next week. I'm gonna see this.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But you left out the part where you jumped on the bandwagon with the fellas, Ryan, and you made your own video. Don't try to sneak through there and try to act like you ain't partake in the fuck shit. Because you did.
I'm team PlayStation. I ain't gonna front. I'm team PlayStation.
It's okay. Man. And you team Bear Game as well. Look at you.
Yeah, beer game, you know, we in it. That's so it's very funny, man. But
don't try to come on here and give them the watered down version.
Matter of fact, since we're talking about, you know, don't front and anything, like, you know, I appreciate you sticking up for me a little bit, but you know, your partner in crime was like, she got a little bold towards the end of your live yesterday. You know what I'm saying? She
did. But that's what we do. That's what come with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you pick the side. You pick the side.
Yeah, you're right. So Preston, just to give you a quick info, you know, they were ragging on the dudes again about the play. I don't know how it came out. They was ragging about the PlayStation rules again and all this other stuff.
So we ragged on y'all about having your monthly the same way we do.
Oh yeah.
That's what we was ragging y'all for.
Yeah. So we getting our moods too. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't believe in that.
Yeah, I mean,
men don't get in mood. Hey, I'm quick to make a decision. Nah, I'm a team Ryan. I'm team man.
Y'all get moody too now. Yeah, don't even front.
Yeah, so they just say that they was ragging on the fellas about that. So all I simply said was, "Hey man, leave the fellas alone, man." And here come Courtney. Oh, Ryan don't want this smoke. I was like, all right. I
saved you though, Ryan. I saved you.
Yeah, I tip my hat off to you. Appreciate that.
I don't know how many more passes you gonna get.
Ryan, I got your back, bro.
All right.
You know, next time, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna come in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I do.
Okay.
So
tag on
Ryan's back.
Yeah.
Now, now, Preston. Okay, now.
Hey, Ryan, let her know. Let her know, Ryan.
Yeah, for sure.
Do what I do.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But all in good fun, all in good fun, and we really just, you know, once again, I admire your platform, and I just want to give you the floor just talk about, you know, in addition to Wine Tyme podcast, you have something called the Wine Tyme Empire, and I just let us know like what Wine Tyme Empire entails, like everything that's involved with Wine Tyme Empire.
Okay, well, Wine Tyme was my first platform for me to be able to introduce everything else that I'm working on. I've been doing it for a minute and I'm learning, you know, as I go along. But for those of you who don't know, I started out with 2 co-hosts. So it was 3 of us. And it was my passion and my idea. So I didn't, you know, expect other people to feel the way that I feel about it. So it was a hobby for them. But both of them still have their own dreams and aspirations. And I'm, you know, supportive with them the same way they still supporting me. But I'm just solo dolo and I'm happy and loving it now. So off of Wine Tyme, I got a thing for the word time because, you know, I don't like wasting my time, y'all time, nobody time. So Timeless Empire is what I'm building right now. And under Timeless Empire, you're going to get Wine Tyme podcast. I got a women's support group called Her Time. I'm working on my t-shirt line. It's called Timeless Tees. I've been, you know, making t-shirts and selling them for a little bit now. And I'm trying to, you know, make it a thing. My daughters, they have their own individual thing that they're doing. One of them is doing hair. One of them is doing makeup. The other one is doing clothes. So being that she's doing clothes, I said, you know what? We can do timeless apparel together. So that's what Timeless Apparel is doing. And then I have Story Time, where I wrote a book a few years ago.
Nice.
And, you know, I'm big on reading. I'm a huge bookworm. And at the end of this book I was reading, the author was looking for new authors. So she's like, you know, submit 3 to 4 chapters and, you know, we'll go from there. I submitted 6 because, you know, go hard or go home.
Go hard or go home.
And she hit me back like, okay, you need to finish this. And attached to the email was a contract. So I signed the contract. I only did 1 book. I was supposed to do 3, but, you know, I had some death in my family and then I just didn't finish it. So she dropped me. But now that I came into the podcast world and start connecting with other people, there's another podcaster, Kahawia. She's on my lives every Thursday too. She's the writer and she has a publishing company. So after I had the interview with her, we got to kicking it and we vibed out. So she like, you know what? Keep writing. So I did a short story, dropped it. Everybody loved it. So every Monday, I drop a chapter of a short story. And I'm actually working on part 2 of my book now. So that's what I'm doing, y'all.
I like that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's fantastic, awesome, all that. You know what I'm saying?
And I just happened to lose my job during this pandemic. So I'm like, you know what? Go hard. They ain't do nothing but create a monster. So I'm going hard.
That's tight, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's good to hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though, you know, even through the COVID, you losing your job and all that stuff, that didn't deter you from your passion, you know what I'm saying? So I commend you on that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, man, that's tight. Actually, I don't even know what to say.
Well, you know, so like, and also thank you for, you know, correcting me. Yeah, it's Timeless Empire, you know, and so like, is there like, so for example, with the women's support group, is that already started, or is that just something coming soon?
No, it already started. It started out with 18 women, but you know, everybody want to do something and do something to support you, but do you really want to do it? So it started out with 18 women. Now we're down to 12 consistent members, and I'm fine with it. You know, so I'm fine with starting off small, and then eventually we can grow to something bigger. But we meet once a month on Zoom. We communicate daily. Everybody has their goal friend or accountability partner, whatever you want to call it. And they communicate separately, daily, however they want to. But as a whole, we email each other once a week. I send an email out to, you know, like boost their energy, you know, encourage them and stuff. And then throughout the week, if they want to check in, we talk to each other. We support each other. We share good news, bad news. If you need support, like you having a bad day, I'm going to drop a line, make you feel good. I could feel like shit, but I'm going to make you feel good. But, you know, and we meet monthly on Zoom. So it's active, and we are still accepting new members. So click the link in my bio. It'll take you anywhere you want to go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Also, like, you know, like you said, you've been this, you know, come January, this will be like 3 years that you've been, you know, podcasting, you know, this January coming up. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like even before, you know, you got laid off because of COVID, it sounds like you had your hands in so many different pots already, as far as, you know, in addition to your full-time job that you had. What inspired you to even grind like that? Because, you know, most people, they get a 9-to-5. That's all I want. I don't want to do anything else. So what inspired you to be like, you know what, this 9-to-5 is cool for now, but, you know, Yash, I want more out of life. Like, what inspired you just to get that, you know, active?
Well, I'm at the point in my life where I'm really tired of working for people and taking orders and stuff like that. And if I could go so hard for your company, why I can't go so hard for my own? So even though I still, you know, the paycheck is the paycheck, it's always going to help and everything like that. But I had to stop shortchanging myself, because I'm giving a company my all and I'm selling myself short. And I'm done with that. I'm done with that. So that's what keeps me going.
Okay. Man, that's amazing. And, you know, and just like I said, just from my interaction with getting to know your podcast, and, you know, it's just so funny how like networking can kind of work. Like like I said, through school, I met, you know, One Take and all those guys. You know, they you know, once again, they talked about how you eat at them, and I got to meet you and Courtney and so forth. And so, I mean, I could really see how, you know, your personality can be like contagious in a good way. Like, you know, you can, I could really see how that could come about. So, you know, so with the short story, for example, will you eventually finish like the whole second book? Like, do you have like a finish date or a date to be finished with that soon, or?
The part 2 of my book, the first book that I wrote, my goal is to be done by December 31st. So hopefully at the top of January, y'all will have a part 2. Mm-hmm. The short stories that I am writing, one of them is completely done. Like, I could release the book right now, but I want y'all to get the feel of it and want more of it.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So what I've been doing is dropping different chapters about different characters in the book, and so far people is like, where the rest of it? I can't give it all to you yet. I need you to want it. I need you to want it. I want to know how bad you want it.
That's cool. So for those who haven't, or who aren't familiar with the short stories, like what type of genre do you specialize in short story, or do you wear multiple hats when it comes to writing? Like, can you write about multiple genres as well, or?
I write what I like to read, so I'm doing like the urban fiction type books, but they not like, they urban with a twist, like, because you can read an urban fiction book and everybody hustling and selling drugs and doing this and doing that, but mine, they got some good ass jobs. My characters own their own businesses. You might have one hustler out the group, but my females, they sitting on chair boards. Like, they owning beauty salons. They like, we got money. We don't see it. We don't see enough of that. Like, nobody's getting shot and killed in my books.
Yeah,
everybody getting it.
I like positivity.
It's some drama, like, little drama in it, little plot twist here and there, but there's literally no killing, no shoot 'em up, bang bangs, none of that. It's all, everybody is on their shit.
Got you. So kind of a personal question, like, so when Yash is not grinding with all these different things, what does Yash like to do on her free time when she's just got some alone time and she's kicking her feet up to do what?
It rarely happens, but I do like to read. I do like to do hair. That's my first love. If I would have picked any occupation in the world, I would have been a beautician. I like to spend time with my family, my husband, my kids. I have 4 kids, and I have 1 granddaughter with a grandson on the way.
Nice.
Okay.
So my granddaughter is actually on her way here right now, and I can't wait to have her for the weekend. But yeah, I mean, I'm 37. I got a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 17-year-old, an 11-year-old.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah.
And a husband that I've been with for 23 years. We've been married for 10. So that's what my spare time, I'm always working. I'm working when I ain't working.
Yeah, I hear you. That's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. Well, also just to, stay on this like personal thing, like it's more of a hypothetical. Okay. Yeah. So being that we're kind of a travel podcast as well, what's like a vacation that like you really enjoyed the most with your family? I know I put you on the spot with that, but
I mean, anywhere we go is a good time, because I didn't come from a 2-parent home. My mother was a single mom. My father is a serial criminal. So he goes into jail, out of jail, whatever. So anytime that we get to spend together, it don't matter. We go to the park, we go to Florida, anywhere, anytime we together as a whole unit, it's a lovely time.
Okay, great. I like that. And also, I'm sorry, but you have something? I want to cut you off.
To me?
Yeah.
No, go ahead, brother. You got it.
Well, just back on once again, just this, your timeless empire you got going on. I tell person all the time, like I really, I really enjoy to support other Black businesses. And once again, you got the merch, coming out with timeless apparel and so forth. I think I seen one of the shirts. It said like period pumpkin, you know.
Oh yeah, I got period pumpkin t-shirts. I got Wine Tyme t-shirts. I mean, those t-shirts is like I'm selling those now, but I do other t-shirts too. Like if you want a custom made t-shirt, I got you. I do all that type of stuff.
See, thank you. That was my question because I want to support, but I just don't feel comfortable walking around in a period pumpkin t-shirt. Personally.
I mean, you can have any kind of shirt you want, Ryan.
Put it on, Ryan. Stop playing. Stop playing with it.
I'll make you a period, Ryan shirt.
A period shirt. All right, I'll think about that. I appreciate that. Well, you know, that's another thing. Like, so what inspired? Yeah, I know I'm going over the place. What inspired the your Wine Tyme lives every Thursday? Because, like I said, me personally, I think it's must see TV. Like, you got the beer gang in there, you know, trolling, making comments, and you got you know people like Courtney and Star and all these other people going back and forth and roasting each other, and then that's all in addition to whatever hot topic you talking about as well. Yeah. So what inspired this? You know, Thursday 7:30. You know, he's supposed to be at. What inspired Wine Tyme live?
I actually started doing the lives before I started the podcast because I was trying to build my audience.
Smart.
That's smart. Yeah.
So, I was going live at first every Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, wow.
But Thursday seemed to be more popping than Tuesday because Tuesday is like the beginning of the week, you know. People just getting back into the work routine and they tired. They don't want to really come on Tuesday, but Thursday nights was popping. So I'm like, we're going. Yeah, they ready because it's Thursday is the new Friday. So I'm like, I'm gonna ask Tuesday and just stay on Thursday. And Thursday I've been riding with Thursday for a minute now.
Okay.
And like I said, I got on it, and little do y'all know, I'm really, as blunt as I am, I'm shy as fuck. So when I get on live at first, I'll be so nervous. But once everybody start coming on and, you know, everybody's interacting with each other and then the drinks kick in, I'm like, okay, we here, we live.
I was about to say, I'm sure you be with the liquid courage every Thursday now. You know?
Absolutely. I need my wine, okay?
Yeah. So,
I need it.
So do you take a request for like topics when it comes to the live? Like, how do you go about your topics? You know,
normally it'll be what I post during the week or what I posted on Thursday, like whatever's most popular, we'll pick up the conversation because sometimes when you read in the comments, you miss comments. But if you could like verbally talk and interact, I do stuff like that. Sometimes we play games.
You did do that one time. Okay.
Sometimes we just shoot the shit. Sometimes you know, on live, they got the question box, so you can hit me with a question here and there. But if I'm definitely open for any topic.
Gotcha.
It's nothing that I won't talk about, except for politics. I really don't fuck with politics like that, but I talk about anything.
Okay, I like that. And also, person, just to recap, it makes sense what you said. Like, whatever you post, you know, you could have like you could really elaborate more on it in the live. Like, person, yesterday. And apparently, I guess it's true, but apparently, like they got like side dude and side chick. What's the word you use? Because you don't like side chick word. What's the word?
Bonus boo.
Bonus boo. Okay, so you got bonus boo contracts, right? Like, so with the side boo or the bonus boo, they're like side contracts of, you know, I promise not to call your phone at odd hours of the night because you're with your family. I promise. It was funny, and to your point, you get on live and it just gets down even more from that point on. So I found that hilarious. But I know we're gonna wrap up soon, maybe like a few more minutes. But with your experience, like once again, it might be putting you spot, you know, so you can answer how you feel. But with your experience, you know, coming on 3 years soon with podcasting, right? What are some of the other podcasters that you came across with or you collaborated with that you was just like, you know what, I really rock with such and such. To me, I'm assuming Courtney's already on that list somewhere.
You know, and it's crazy because I just met Courtney a couple months ago. Like,
really?
Because this is how I network. I might be giving y'all a little jewel right here. Okay. No, but it works. Okay. I'm telling you. Instagram allows you to tag up to 20 people in the post.
Okay.
So every time I post something, I tag 20 different people.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not get tagged in something today, but before this week is over, you'll probably be tagged about 3-4 times, because by me tagging you and you commenting, and then somebody else commenting, and you like what they said and you like it and you comment, now y'all follow each other.
It's like a big chain.
Now y'all networking. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So now you got a new listener. Mm-hmm. And then when they come on your show and you go and post a picture with this person, mm-hmm. and they was on your podcast and they share it, now you got more listeners from their page.
Okay.
So that's all. It's really not. I literally never seen none of these people a day in my life, I promise you. But the way that we vibe is crazy.
That's what's so funny. The way y'all talk, it sounds like, for example, it sounds like you and One Take known each other for like years. Just the way y'all banter back and forth.
And that's crazy, because I never saw this man in my life, and he live in New York.
See, exactly. So
I never seen this man a day in my life on Zoom. Yeah, but physically, no. The only person that I know like that is Star, because that's my best friend.
Right. I remember you saying.
And we grew up together. Like I don't remember not knowing her. That's how long we've been friends. So like, I mean, we was raised together, literally, for real. I mean, every day we seen each other. Every Sunday we was in church. Every weekend we staying at each other's house. Like, I don't remember not knowing Star. So she's the only person that I know. The rest of them I just met here. Okay.
Yeah, likewise. I guess I mean, just the energy I felt. I was like, I gotta get active when it comes to some of the group, which inspired me to do like the funny video when it came to the PlayStation Wars.
Oh man, like that was hilarious. I was like, okay. I said, you know what? It's funny, but I ain't gonna attack him because he didn't attack us. It was just funny.
Yeah, see,
and the crazy thing about it is that this whole thing stemmed from one of my lives.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You said Luke said something crazy.
Luke said some crazy shit. And Courtney responded that she was going to delete his player, and it started from there. We come on Instagram on Monday. Now this was Thursday. Now Sunday they all got together, recorded this episode, and felt so good about. Man, they felt so good about themselves. Monday they dropped it, and I hit Courtney up like, listen to this shit right now and be ready by 1:00. We didn't even let it sit. We did not even let it sit. When she listened, she was like, "You ready?" I said, "Tag me in."
So that is at least I finally got the true origin story behind PlayStation. The PlayStation.
That's what happened. That's what happened. Luke said we was talking about what was we talking about? I believe we was talking about having more than one spouse.
Oh.
And Luke said he can't have 2 women in his room. They have to have their own room because he needs time to play his game. And Courtney said, "Fuck that game. I'll delete your player." And it started from there. It started from there.
Those are fighting words. If you're a gamer, those are fighting words.
Oh yeah, you delete my character. Ain't missing anything.
First of all, don't fit. You're not gonna just dismiss me and send me to a room that I got to share with another female. Luke was making it seem like he was gonna be having them on a bunk bed in their own room, and they had to have permission to come talk to him when he playing his game. Like, excuse me.
Oh man, I'll tell you, like, well, you know, I want to get you to plug your stuff before I wrap up. But the one final comment that I thought was hilarious from the PlayStation Ether response y'all did on the Barbie Way. One of the funniest joints I heard was, I think it was either you or Courtney. One of y'all was like, the reason why y'all niggas be on that game so hard because y'all not 85 and 90s in real life. Y'all niggas is like 30 on the court. Y'all, it was something funny. Okay. I was like, damn.
You're not out here dropping bodies like you're doing on Call of Duty. Stop it. Okay? You're not getting on the basketball court dropping buckets with your old asses right now today. You're not. Okay?
Hilarious.
You're not on the field throwing home runs and whatever touchdowns and shit. You see, I don't watch football, so I said home runs and shit.
Okay.
You ain't doing all of that, okay?
Okay.
The 2K and the Madden, all that shit is not real life.
I ain't gonna lie though. People, like, men do be acting like they be like, you know what I'm saying? They be bragging and shit. I be like, because I'm not a big gamer, so for me, I don't
see, Preston, okay, it's two gamers in here. I got my son, after all these years, we finally got a boy. It's yelling from every which way. My husband yelling, he yelling, everybody is fucking yelling. You see, I'm in the garage. You see, I'm in the garage talking to y'all.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for having me on today. And Preston, next time, tell Ryan, don't try to be a guest on my show and not tag you in. Okay?
Brian.
Yeah, we did have a conversation about your personal.
Oh, we had a conversation.
He was like, yo, I ain't get the invite. I was like,
Ryan out here rogue. I was like, okay, bro.
He did represent you though. He did. Yeah. We learned a lot about Preston and you loving to travel. So next time we're gonna have both y'all on, okay?
Okay. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, thanks again for being our guest. This has been a pleasure. This is Ryan and my homeboy Preston and the wonderful Yash from Wine Tyme.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.